have been well trained.
No.
You don't have to carry a sword to be powerful.
I won't fail you.
Or do not.
I'm not afraid.
There is no try.
Here we go. Let's try that, because there's buttons on my mixer that I'm still learning how to use. That should be better. Alright, so as you see here, we have the Rainbow Fives on the left, eCiena, Balatik, Nightsister, eTalzin on the right with Balatik and Stormtrooper, both 5-die villain builds, one slightly newer than the other, with some Legacies characters in there. Using Nightsister to help not only control your own die, but control your opponents as well. Yep, the holdout blaster has come out on Balatik. The pistol has come out on Balatik on the left. eCiena has rolled in, and we are off to the races, choosing to go for the early damage on Balatik instead of leaving it out there for future control options. It's a smart move in the current gameplay of things. We're going to logistics for 2 resources to try and get that upward resource curve here for this game. Putting on the E11.
Oh, these are cool. Thank you. Of course.
All right, eTalzin using her ability to control her own die, and we're going to go ahead and blank Balatik. Interesting choice here to move to multiple blanks. And asking to roll in the Stormtrooper. We got 2 range damage showing there.
Says that he's got anger in his hand.
Very angry. rolling Balatik. Balatik is definitely warmed up early on in this particular game. The E11 showing 2 indirect, eBala showing 2 shields, and then his pistol showing the special. Both players very much contemplating their turn. Lots of options here on the table, and it'll be interesting to see how they play them out. The assortment of tokens you see on the right side of the screen are just there for convenience sake, and maybe slightly confusing to see them on the table there, but that's just where the player is allowing them to hang out for the moment.
Thomas is there again.
All right, so we've gotten confirmation the player on the left is Thomas, is the same player we saw in the previous match, and the player on the right is Jason Boehm playing this 5-die eTalzin build. So Thomas Lynch has a great showing here already with a powerful version of Rainbow Fives with some new Legacies cards splashed into it to see if this eTalzin deck, which has seen some good showing in some of the regionals, has not quite creeped to the top as much as we would have expected it to. But has some great control and flexibility, and of course you get that extra activation on eBala, which is a nice icing on the cake. This is definitely a play we've seen from Thomas already today. Balatik taking the Force Illusion, the E11, and the pistol there. And then, leaving the other two to help support with their die, help defend as necessary, keeping Bala alive as long as possible. Of course, all these redeployable weapons, which is a key feature of the Rainbow Fives deck. And the Nightsister version, of course, we're looking at trying and controlling one's own die and getting rid of things that are scary on the other side. try and keep as many of those odd-costed cards in your own deck.
The banner says Nightsister, not Mother Talzin.
Mother Talzin's on the right, Nightsister on the left. Thank you. Look at that. Easy enough to fix.
Did eCiena take 1 damage from the Guardian?
I'm looking.
Yeah, she had a shield. Okay. Sorry. How can I see how many people are watching?
Alright, we can discard to reroll. Try to get something a little better on this die. Not quite what Jason was hoping for. I got an unresolvable modified range damage and a blank, and then the 2 shield on the jetpack.
They aren't hearing.
Yeah, sorry, I was quiet for a bit.
You just weren't talking.
I wasn't talking. That was me. I apologize. I was just a bit too busy hanging out with you guys watching some Destiny.
Kind of bummed we can't play.
Yeah, it would be nice for us to be able to play. We'll get some games in today. Discard 1. Get rid of the X8 sniper. Was a good discard there. Last thing he needs is 1 more upgrade on that side of the table. I'm going to take the resource on Sienna. Try to get a leg up on resources. It does not appear that Jason on the right has any resources to spare this turn. I'm going to get the 3 shields. And he is going to place... He's thinking about where he's going to place them. Well, 2 on the trooper and 1 eBala, which is perfectly fine to do. We're going to think about it. It's like chess. If you don't take your hands off the tokens, then the move is not complete yet. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What? There we go. Keep... No. Oh, yes. Okay. Keeping it. Keep that Stormtrooper alive just a little bit longer. It may seem to indicate he's got a defensive position. Not defensive position. Someone out there is going to call up the card that I'm not thinking of at the moment. But you know what I'm talking about. I apologize for the table bumping. It's actually the table and not the camera. I went and checked that between rounds, and the table's just got a little bit of a screw loose. So maybe I'll take my multi-tool between the next round and see if I can get that table to be a little more stable.
The best defense.
Thank you. The best defense. See, I knew someone out there was going to have the answer. You guys are great. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Just having a good time. Watching some Destiny. round 2 of the Highlander regionals. If you're enjoying this coverage, feel free to like the stream, subscribe. If you've got Amazon Prime, it's free to subscribe to us, and it definitely helps us out in the future as we try and bring more and more content like this to you. So we appreciate any help you guys have. If you want to hang out with the Chance Cube family over at the Chance Cube Hangout, we also have a Patreon, so you guys can check out patreon.com/thechancecube for that while these players are still thinking about what they're going to do next. And we are going to price a failure to reactivate Balatik and get another. That's an interesting choice there, considering there were already shields on that trooper. But I guess that was a last-minute decision to try to get some better use out of Bala this turn. It's interesting choice. Thomas is going to activate Balatik. And we've got a couple of range damage showing there and 2 indirect. Indirect's not too scary this early in the game, but could become quite a bit challenging later on. All right, Bala's going to take a resource. It looks like Jason has claimed, so Thomas is activate Kylo Ren Starfighter, which I apologize, I missed that getting played. So I'm glad that's on the table. Looks like it rolled a 1 shield. It's a little bit off the camera there, but I believe it's the 1 shield that he rolled into. And he's going to take the shield onto Balatik. Of course, Balatik only has 2 health remaining, so trying to get him to survive just a little bit longer. Interesting battle of control back and forth between these players at the same time.
Oh, no, I know. I should have rolled it back out, but I was kind of afraid that I wouldn't be able to re-roll it.
I'm just sorry, just listen to the players as they chat their decisions while the game is being played. It's a nice, friendly game here up there. So no one's, it's not towards the end of the Swiss rounds yet, so everybody's still pretty chipper, pretty excited to be here. It's already 1 o'clock, and it'll be interesting to see how we're all going to eat, because that's the question that I have. How am I going to eat? When's lunch? Who's feeding me? Do I get fed for this? As one of the players comes and eats a croissant near me, I'm thinking about food.
I'm French. You need to eat croissant.
Yes, he's French and eats a croissant, so that's very important. I'm an American gamer, and I've got 4 monsters waiting for me. That's going to keep me through the day. Should get Monster to sponsor. I'd certainly buy enough. I have a heart attack at a young age. Are we going yet? Are we going to play? What are we? All right, we're playing an X8. There we go. Rolling in Bala. And that is 5 range damage right off the bat there. Great. And plus 1 shield. So do not see Bala surviving this turn if he's going to go ahead and get rid of Bala. So Thomas rolls in Bala. 2 resources, a modified range, a resource. He's going to bait and switch. He Tactical Mastery. That's the piece we're missing there. That card was played very quickly. So Tactical Mastery into a bait and switch, which was great. And that got rid of the other Bala. Used the Nightsister's ability on himself, which was not an odd number, so not going to do any sort of self-control. controlling one's own die. Self-control sounds strange to say. Resolve the resource. And it seems like in a match between these two 5-die villain decks, it's the whose eBala is taken out first.
Is there an official ruling? Is that cocked or not? No, this is his. Yeah.
There we go. We're discussing on the official ruling on whether a die is cocked if it lands on the side of another card. Thank goodness for judges. We're halfway through round 2 of the Highlander Games Regional Championship, and Balatik throws down a hold-up blast. We've seen Thomas do this once before. Even though it seems like the game is definitely in his favor, he's not going to hold back, and he's just going to go out swinging. He gets the ambush action on the hold-up blaster, rolls in Balatik, and we have 2 range, a special, and a resource. And I don't know if Jason's using... He's trying to decide whether he's going to use eTalzin's ability on himself or on Thomas, I believe. Or not using eTalzin's ability on. Or maybe he did, and we just saw it off camera. So flanking the focus... flanking the range damage, focus turning the other one to a range damage. I'm not sure what one range damage is going to do at this point in time. Nightsister just needs 6 damage before he's gone, and let's see if I can see what that die is. That is a 1 range damage on the Kylo shuttle up at the top there. And Thomas trying to roll into 6 damage here to get rid of Mother Talzin. Mother Talzin really has nothing else left to play, unfortunately. I don't know if Thomas is going to be able to pull off 6 damage this turn. I mean, it's possible. He has the die for it. The question is he going to discard that last card in his hand? He seems to want that last card in his hand. Otherwise, he would have discarded a reroll. So... Why are they making fun of me? I was not too worried about it. The players were worried about it. I was listening to their discussion. I think it's a very interesting ruling. I can hear them, and so can the... I mean, if everybody turns their audience up, volume up, they can hear the background muffling as well. I'm happy to turn on the room audio if you guys don't want to hear me yammer anymore. My wife found that funny. All right, Mother Talzin's got 2 damage left to receive before she bites the dust. The Rainbow 5s on Thomas's Rainbow 5s is definitely got some staying power here. Balatik only needs 2 more damage before he's destroyed, but with all those redeployable weapons, it's unlikely that even that would be enough to give Mother Talzin the edge. Bala's rolling in. Well, there we go. Mother Talzin's going to roll in her own pistol, just in attempts to have something to play here. Yeah, range, 2 resources and a shield, and blanking Balatik's die with Mother Talzin's ability, because he did flip over an odd numbered card on top of his deck. So, trying here. And wow, so we just vandalized that upgrade. That's haven't seen a whole lot from Vandalize yet, but it was a nice play there to control that card. Getting that die off the field, and one less threat there for Balatik. We're gonna try and win this round without losing any characters on Thomas's side. And it seems, well, I do one to Nightsister, and Nightsister is Nightsister going to take the kill on Bala? Definitely. So Balatik is okay. I thought Jason was going to take the 2 range on Bala. He's choosing to focus. Yes, that is Kylo Ren Starfighter on the top of the screen. That seemed like a somewhat of a misplay to not. Well, the problem here was Jason had the option to take the 2 range on Balatik, and he chose to focus the holdout blaster to a modified 2 range. But the Nightsister just did the Nightsister's ability to get rid of the black die, which now gave. All right, so Jason's continuing to re-roll and try and get something here that'll do him some good. I'm taking the 1 resource. And now he has a shield to chew through on Balatik, and then there's the X8 on eCiena. So it seems a challenge that we're actually still playing this one out. I feel kind of bad that it's gone on this long, and Jason's just limping along here, but he's fighting. He's fighting as best he can to get through this match. And we good game on that roll there. So another win for Thomas here at the Highlander Games Regionals, Star Wars Destiny Regional Championship in Boonton, New Jersey. There's about 8 minutes left in this round, and the round 3 will start very shortly after that. There are 75 players here. We're going to play 7 rounds today with a top 8 cut. We'll be streaming the top table all day long. Continue to check out the channel for those who are just joining us. You are welcome to head over to our friends over at inkgaming.com. You can use the promo code ChanceCube12 for 12% off your entire order. They've got this cool Blueprint Destiny playmat that you can check out. You can also pick up the 2-player playmat you see here in the stream. Is also for sale through Ink Gaming. So definitely check them out. Subscribe to this channel. Enjoy. About 7 minutes towards 7 minutes to the end of round 2, and then we'll be bringing you round 3 top table gameplay here very soon.